This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, you better now. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024 on the Big Time. This is the Value of Wrestling. We're going to get into a Big Time Rants. We're going to cover MJF and what his status is after being removed from the roster page. Andrade El Idolo, what is his status? What is Mercedes Mone trying to tell us? We're going to go over Sean Spears and some other news. We're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about it right here on Big Time Rants right after this. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day, out of your busy New Year's Day, right here to sit down and take in some time with me right here on the Value Wrestling on the Big Time. This is the Big Time Rants, as you know. Welcome to 2024. Happy New Year's. Glad to see you're here. Glad that you're taking part and taking time out of this busy day. I hope you had great celebrations. I hope you brought in the new year the right way. Let's get those resolutions started. Because right here, our resolution is to march to 1,000 and become one of the best podcasts in professional wrestling right here on YouTube, The Value of Wrestling. We are ready and we're getting warmed up, and I'm starting the season off hot. We already had today's video short, this date in wrestling history for January 1st. It's posted up on the shorts. Go check that out. And of course, I'm going to hit you with the very first video of the new year with the Big Time Rants. And I'm going to be back later tonight with Mr. Clark for our very first review of the new year with Raw Day 1. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be a show. Raw is going to be awesome. I can already tell. It's going to be something special. Can't wait to see what's going to go on. There are some surprises in store possibly for Monday Night Raw. We're going to discuss that right here, right now. But me and Mr. Clark will be here to break down everything that happened on Monday Night Raw. It'll be our first review for 2024. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We are here. Can't wait to see what this new year brings, and we want to get it started with a bang, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it. Andrade El Idolo. What is his current status? While Andrade El Idolo is no longer with AEW, Tony Khan announcing on the scrum that his contract is up and he's officially gone. Been removed from the AEW roster page along with some other names. But right now, Miro is no longer under contract with AEW. We know that he had talks about going to CMLL. Could possibly do that, but the big rumors and speculation is he's going to show up tonight on day one edition of Raw. Will we see Andrade El Idolo make a return to WWE? This could be the future for Andrade. There's been long talks as he's wanted out of AEW. He's wanted to go back since Triple H has been running WWE. And, of course, his wife, Charlotte Flair, who's out with injury, is a part of the WWE roster. So this may be a big part of what is going on with his future. So are we going to see Andrade back in WWE? Will we see him as soon as tonight? That would be a huge deal. That would be a huge, big deal. He had a match with Miro on World's End on Saturday. He came up on the losing end of that. Wasn't one of the best matches. Wasn't one of the best built storylines. Just kind of thrown together. But Andrade is out of AEW. We can't wait to see what he's going to do. If he shows up on Raw tonight, that is awesome. If we hold him off and he returns as a surprise entrance at the Royal Rumble, that would be awesome too. Can't wait to see how they fit him into a lot of the storylines. We have Rey Mysterio and the LWO on one side. You have Santos Escobar and now Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza on the other end, forming two separate factions. Where would Andrade fit into all of this? Will he be something that can bring them all together, or will he bring his own specialized faction into WWE? Could be really interesting to see what Andrade does. Does he align with Charlotte Flair? Could they fit up a new Four Horsemen? Could we see Ric Flair leave AEW with the interesting contract to come back to WWE to be manager of Andrade, his son-in-law? I mean, you never know. Anything is possible. A lot of it's going to be wait and see. And it's definitely exciting. Hopefully Andrade gets his opportunity to get somewhere where he can be used and featured and utilized to the best of his potential. And we can see all that Andrade has to offer the wrestling world. So Andrade, we wish you the best of luck. We can't wait to see you do next. And, enjoy the time you have down. And we will go forward. Also, Mercedes Mone is out there stirring up the pot. She recently posted on social media a picture of her with a big throne behind her. We know who the man with the throne symbolizes. And when it comes to the world of wrestling, the caption underneath, he asked me what my favorite position was. CEO was the end hashtag to that. She wants to be his CEO. Well, Mercedes Moné, CEO, Sasha Banks, the boss, CEO. It all makes sense. So, what does this mean? There is a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation. There was rumors that Sasha Banks would show up imminently after talks with WWE had fallen apart. This came out around Friday. Friday, a lot of speculation that she was going to show up at World's End. World's End has come and gone. No Mercedes Moné. Now, Brian Alvarez and other sources are reporting that they won't be surprised if she shows up on Dynamite this Wednesday. Could very possibly happen. Could she show up tonight at day one, Raw day one? Could this be the big surprise? It's WWE showing us again. Are things working but not working? Are they trying to hide secrets? Are they trying to do this smoke and mirrors to throw us off the scent? Is she going to show up at day one? Could she show up at New Year's Revolution on SmackDown? Or will she be a surprise entrance in this year's Women's Royal Rumble? We don't know. Will she show up on Dynamite on Wednesday? Very possibly. Could she go back to New Japan? Could she go anywhere else? Could she be the big signing that TNA is talking about? Could she show up at Hard to Kill to join Trinity, a dear friend of Sasha Banks? I don't know. We don't know. We just have to go by what information we got, and she is definitely stirring up the wrestling pot and has a lot of attention. She knows how to get her name out there. She knows how to get people talking about her. Because I'm talking about her. Because we love Mercedes Moné. We want to see her back in a wrestling ring, especially in the U.S. We want to see her back on TV. We want to see her in a role. I prefer her in WWE because I think that's the best place for her under a Triple H run product. I think she will be better utilized. I think the women's tag team division is being featured a little more. I think they're trying to get the tag team titles featured more. I think WWE is trying to find that place to get the pace for women's wrestling going. AEW is lackluster. They kind of do things that make sense, don't make sense here, there. They can seem to push one woman at a time. Right now, yes, you have Timeless Tony Storm as the main woman, and then you have Julia Hart kind of getting pushed in there, but she still kind of feels like a side note. In it all, TNA has the best women's division in professional wrestling. When you talk about the TNA Knockouts division, be a great place for Mercedes Moné to show up. But let's hope she comes back to WWE. Let's hope she comes back home. It could be a year of game-changing situations. WWE's already got CM Punk back. Could they get Mercedes Moné back? Could we get Sasha Banks back home? Also, this could be an incredible time. This could be a lot of things for WWE going in the future, but we'll have to wait and see where Mercedes Moné shows up and what she does. Shawn Spears is no longer under contract with AEW. He is out. He's no longer on the roster page. Shawn Spears sets the door wide open to him. He's a good friend with Cody. Could we see the perfect 10 of Ty Dillinger return to WWE? Are we going to see the perfect 10 at number 10 in the Royal Rumble this year? There's a big possibility. We know that Shawn Spears is married to Cassie Lee, one and a half of the former Iconics, and that could be a good opportunity. Could we see Cassie Lee make her return to WWE? Probably not anytime soon because it was announced that they are expecting their second child. But it'll be interesting to see where Shawn Spears shows up. Will he be Ty Dillinger? Will he come out as a different character? Will he come out as Shawn Spears? What will they do? He had a great run in the beginning of AEW. He was really seemingly hit his stride, but it didn't seem like Tony Khan and AEW were able to really do anything more with him. Kind of like WWE. He was getting over with 10 in WWE, but they kind of dropped the ball. What is Shawn Spears' future looking like? We can't wait to see. Will he show up in the Royal Rumble? Will he show up before then? Will he show up after then? It's going to be interesting. A lot of talks. We can't wait to see what happens in the future of Shawn Spears. He could also go to TNA. He could show up at Hard to Kill. He could be a part of the future of TNA, and that might be the best place for him to really shine and find his niche, his spot in the world of professional wrestling. The big news coming out of World's End. World's End, we got it all. Samoa Joe beat MJF in a weird, he got MJF in the choke. MJF's arm fell 3 times, but the last time it kind of fell on Joe's leg. The ref called for the bell. You have a new AEW World Champion in Samoa Joe. And then MJF, we found out that Adam Cole, the Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Wardlow were all part of the Devil gimmick. The reveal was kind of, a lot of one side or the other side. Adam Cole was at ringside with MJF. He bobbled the diamond ring, but we really didn't get more. You would think that you would initiate this. The reveal wasn't as epic as I think it needed to be. It didn't have the big rush. Unfortunately, I think it became too predictable and who was who. And so sadly, I don't think it hit the note that it should have hit on that night where there was the outrage. You could feel the crowd wasn't really into it. And that's the big thing is when you don't have the stadium outrage, you don't get the raining boos, you don't get the reaction. It kind of takes away from it all. But anyways, the story is MJF. MJF is injured. MJF is hurt. He has been stated to be taking time off. He's going to go away. There's an open storyline with him. He's no longer the champion. We know he wants a rematch. But AEW takes a shocking turn and removes MJF from their roster page. So the storyline of the bidding war of 2024 begins. Is MJF under an AEW contract? We do not know. But they have removed him from the roster page. They are at least selling the story that he is not a part of AEW. If he's not a part of AEW, this could be really crazy. This could be something that Tony Khan needs to wrap up quickly and almost immediately. This must be an imminent thing that is taken care of. Tony Khan needs to get this done if it hasn't already been done. Tony Khan needs to get MJF back on AEW programming. Yes, he can take time off and heal. But if he were to go to WWE, that would be a game-changing situation. That would start 2024 off with a huge, huge bang and a huge, huge shift in momentum. There's no doubt about that. Could TNA be hiring MJF? What if MJF has already been in talks with TNA and this is the man that they are talking about, the name that they're talking about when they say the largest signing in TNA history? Is it MJF? You don't know who's coming to TNA? Could MJF be that guy? Is this the whole storyline? The bidding war of 2024, but MJF goes to TNA? There's a possibility. Not very likely. The most likely situation is you already re-signed with AEW. He's going to take time off, heal up a little bit, and then he will show up possibly before before Revolution in March, and do what he does, get back involved with Adam Cole. We'll have to see how this whole Devil storyline plays out. Is Adam Cole closer to being ready to come back into the ring? Where does he stand? He could still play this gimmick through promos and being on camera, even with a bum foot. There's enough people around him. You could set up where MJF to even get to Adam Cole has to go through all of the members of this group. We'll roughly call them the Kingdom. Roderick Strong, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Wardlow before he can ever get to Adam Cole. So you can expand the story out. You can tell a long story depending on how we want to go through all this. Will Adam Cole play MJF's Devil games? MJF's done this before where he's made people go through 1-man, 2-man, 3-man, 4-man to get to him. So the story is going to be very interesting when it's going forward. But right now, AEW really making you wonder, is MJF still under contract or is he done with AEW? He's been removed from the roster page. He is not on there. What does that mean? Is it just a coy? Is it just a play on playing on the minds of people? Is AEW trolling us by removing MJF, even though he's signed under contract, but they want him to go away? And he probably is going to go away for some time. But hey, if he actually isn't under contract and something could change, could we see him in a TNA? Could we see him in WWE? Ladies and gentlemen, we don't know. I think the safe bet is that he's already re-signed with AEW. We're going to see him return to AEW soon enough, but right now he's going to take time to heal his body. He got through this. He got Joe over. Joe is your new AEW World Champion, which is awesome. Now we just have to see what and how it all plays out next. It's just going to be a story that we're going to have to watch and see how it plays out. I think that's what's going to happen. I know a lot of people are hoping that we're going to see MJF on WWE TV. I think a lot of people want to see that, but I don't really know if that's going to happen. I think he's already re-signed with AEW, and I think it's just good storytelling for once from AEW where they're going to remove him from the roster, let this idea of the Building War 2024 play out. but he's already re-signed. He's already a part of AEW. Is the heavy favorited idea. But anything is possible, and you never say never in the world of professional wrestling, because we've seen hell freeze over once. We could see hell freeze over again. Ladies and gentlemen, on the big time, it is 2024. Happy New Year. I hope you're having a great day. Be safe out there. I do thank you for taking time out to join us right here on The Value Wrestling. Make sure you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share this video out with all your friends, family, and everybody that you know that likes professional wrestling. Yeah, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Drop your comments down below. If there was something I said that you want to talk about, drop a comment, share your opinion. You're always welcome here. There is no wrong answers. We're not here to downgrade or put anybody down for their opinion. We may agree, we may disagree, but we can respect that. I'm the Big Time, and this has been the Big Tyme Rants. Make sure, if you're new here and you haven't, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to reach that goal in 1,000 in 2024 and beyond. And we need you, each and every one of you, to be a supporter and a proud member of the Value Wrestling family. The Value Wrestling is going to be a revolutionary force in the wrestling podcasting business. And we want to blow this thing up. And we want to be on the level with a lot of these other commentators to show that we belong in this space, and that we're going to take it over by storm, starting with 2024 and on to the future. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here. We will see you tonight, Monday Night Raw, Day 1, a live review after the show right here with Mr. Clark. Please join us. Ring that bell for notifications so when we do go live, you will be notified. On the Big Time, let me get done chatting, ranting, and going on about it. You know the deal. We are going to check out. I dropped my earpiece, but that's okay. Till the next one.